Hello, my beautiful yellowbone, redbone, butter pecan, caramel, butterscotch, toffee, mocha, chocolate, cocoa exoticals. Welcome to the Pretty Girl Club. Welcome to the Exoticals United community. If you are new here, welcome. Here in the Exoticals United community, we support men and women from the following people groups: biracials, multiracials, multi-generationally mixed, and light-skinned golden people. These people all fall under the exotical and golden sphere umbrella. You may be asking, what is an exotical? Well, let me make it simple for you. Looking mixed equals exotical. Being mixed equals exotical. When I use the term mixed race, I am referring to those with 25% or more non-Black ancestry. I understand that there is a difference between a 50-50 half-half biracial person and a person who is mixed race. However, this channel was created to unify people from all of the groups I previously mentioned. If we spend the majority of our time dividing ourselves into smaller groups, we will continue to be bullied by those in the majority. One of the main tactics used by oppressive groups is called divide and conquer. This is a tactic used by those who seek to gain dominance by pointing out small nuances and differences within a particular group in order to cause infighting. This is an amateur tactic used by those who want to remain in a position of power. Here in the Exoticals United community, we are free thinkers who can easily see through these division tactics, which is why we are choosing to unite against Blackistan social justice warriors who could care less about our plight. This community was created to celebrate our differences while simultaneously making our voices heard. This is a commentary and analysis channel, which means that I will be providing commentary and analysis. You may not agree with everything I say or do, and I don't expect you to, because a part of being a mature adult is knowing how to disagree without making a person into your enemy. One thing I've noticed about the golden sphere is something I call growing pains. But before we get into that, you may be asking, what is the golden sphere? Well, the golden sphere is a new and growing niche on YouTube that supports the plight of MLS people. When I use the term MLS, I am referring to those who are mixed or light-skinned. Mixed and light-skinned people have been bullied, gaslit, and pushed in and out of the Black community for decades, and we are tired of people speaking on our behalf. We are tired of people telling us we're too light to be Black, too dark to be mixed, or too white passing to be biracial. We've decided that after all these years, after all this bullying, and after all this exclusion, we are taking hold of our identities. We will no longer be ashamed of our mixed race heritage, whether we are biracial, multiracial, or multi-generationally mixed. We will no longer be ashamed of our skin tones, whether we are a light-skinned multiracial, a dark-skinned biracial, or anything in between. We are the golden sphere. We are the exoticals. Every golden person deserves a voice, whether we are from the wealthiest suburbs or the most impoverished ghettos. We will not be silenced. We will continue to move forward and give voices to MLS people. We will continue to grow the golden sphere and not allow simple disagreements to tear us apart. YouTube is not a competition. The golden sphere is simply a niche on YouTube that allows MLS people to talk about the issues they face in Black, white, and mixed race communities. Anyone can join the golden sphere, anyone can leave the golden sphere, and anyone can have a voice to speak up about the issues they face as an MLS person. The golden sphere is a niche on YouTube that anyone can be a part of. YouTube is a free platform. Anyone can start a YouTube channel. In fact, we welcome new MLS content creators in the Exoticals United community. The golden sphere is simply a sphere of YouTube, just like any other sphere. The manosphere, the womansphere, etc. These are simply niches on YouTube. No one person has monopolized any of these spheres, and every content creator has a right to speak on whatever issues they see fit. We understand what it's like to feel pushed out of every community. We understand what it's like to have people policing your identity, your skin tone, and your race. We understand what it's like to have people tell you you're not light-skinned enough, not dark-skinned enough, or not white passing enough. This is what the golden sphere is all about. It's about bringing MLS people together from all backgrounds, all walks of life, and all spheres of YouTube so we can begin to find healing and reconcile with one another and build a community. The Exoticals United channel is a part of the following communities: the Golden Sphere, the Egg Towel movement of exoticals going their own way, and the SYSMW movement, which stands for Save Yourselves Mixed Women. I've noticed that there's a little bit of infighting in the golden sphere right now. There are golden sphere men who are also a part of the manosphere, golden women who are a part of the woman sphere, and others who are just trying to get their voices heard. But here's the thing. We live in America. We have freedom of speech. Do you have something you want to say? Say it. Start a YouTube channel, join the movement, or build your own. Be solution-oriented. Many people online like to use their platforms to complain, express their jealousy, or spew hatred towards particular groups. This is not what the Egg movement is about, and it is certainly not what the Goldensphere is about. We understand that people come from different social classes and backgrounds, and people do not always have the same styles of communication. Some people will attempt to solve their issues via live stream debates, others will attempt to use each other's names in their titles, while even more people will sit back and watch it all unfold. Think about this. With all the time you've spent watching, trolling, debating, and berating other people, how much time have you spent building? How many golden people have you sent to college? How many charities have you donated to? How many biracial businesses have you supported? How much content have you created that documents the experiences of mixed-race people? How much time have you spent uplifting MLS men? Or MLS women? MLS children? How many apps have you created to cater to MLS people? How many live streams have you organized to help MLS people get better educations, or get out of bad neighborhoods, or elevate their lifestyles? These are the types of questions we need answers to. These are the types of things we need to be focusing on in the Goldensphere. I hear people speaking down on quote-unquote Blackistan so much and the pathology of underprivileged African Americans, but some of the behavior I've witnessed is no different. Are you offended by this video? Well, if the shoe fits over your bunions, wear it. The Exoticals United community, the Egg movement, and the SYSMW movement is supposed to set an example for how MLS women should behave. Here on this channel, we focus on things like building healthy relationships, marriages and family structures, speaking about the plight of MLS women, and standing up for mixed and light-skinned women who are being bullied by anti-mixed race social justice warriors online. The Goldensphere is not supposed to be an extension of the manosphere, the womansphere, or the feminist movement. It's supposed to be a place where MLS people come together, united, and learn how to stay on code and follow the golden rules. What are the golden rules? Let's create some. Number 1, just because someone has a different opinion than you doesn't make them your enemy. Part of being a mature adult is knowing that everyone has different experiences, traumas, and things that they're going through. Just because someone has a different communication style or they come from a different background doesn't make them any less valid than you. Just because someone has less white blood doesn't make them less valid than you. Just because someone is more white passing doesn't make them less valid than you. Here in the Exotical and Golden community, we are learning how to listen. So, you haven't been able to speak about these issues? We get it. But that doesn't make it okay to vilify another person because you see their experiences as unimportant. Number 2, less talking, more action. It's always the people who are sitting on the sidelines who talk the most crap. The people who give the harshest criticisms are often the same people with no credentials, no movement, no platform, no organization, no charities, no support, and no voice in the community. Do you want to have a voice here in the Goldensphere or here on YouTube? Earn it. Start your channel. Create your content. Start your business. Start your charity. Create the petition. Don't be a spectator. Elevate yourself. The thing that makes us stand out as Exoticals is the fact that we are doers. Don't just be the pretty face sitting on the sidelines. Get out and take action instead of throwing stones at the ones who are doing their best to push our movement forward. Number 3, do not let jealousy get the best of you. I know that as an Exotical, you're used to a lot of people coming against you and being jealous, but that doesn't mean that everyone is your enemy. Everyone is not out to get you all the time. Learn how to forgive and forget and remember why you're here. Did someone offend you? Address them about it. Do you have something to say? Say it to the person. Do you have a question about a particular event? Ask the person directly. Don't allow people to get in your ear who don't have your best interest at heart. Egos and personality differences often get in the way of the success of a movement. Did you know that the same thing happened with Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, and Malcolm X? People in their groups had personality differences and disagreements all the time, but they did their best to stay focused on what was most important to them, which was the growth of their movement. Being a content creator is not for the weak. You will be trolled, bullied, gaslit, and constantly have people lying on your name. If you try to keep your privacy, people will speculate and make assumptions about you. No matter what you do, you won't be able to please everyone. But part of being a leader is knowing how to get back up after you fall. There will always be people who disagree with you. There will always be people who turn their backs on you. Some people will start off as your friends and then they'll quit. Others will play both sides, and still others will go out of their way to sabotage you. This is a part of being on the internet. People will start beef with you for clout. People will use your name and titles for clout. People will misquote your words for clout, or they'll try to dox you for clout. Not all people have the same morals, and only the strong will survive. We are the Exoticals United community. We are the Goldensphere. We are the Eggtow community. We are the SYSMW community. We are the Exoticals. Stay pretty, ladies.